Hey guys, I just wanted to make a little video. My next couple of videos will probably just be me talking to the camera in my room for right now. Hopefully I might start doing like workouts and stuff if I get the courage to film at my gym. It isn't likely, especially bringing this camera, so it would be lower quality. It would be lower quality, so the next couple of videos will probably just be like rants. And I wanted to talk about recovery. I made a video last night about orthorexia in general. I can't talk that much about anorexia because when you're anorexic, you have food is along with it, but you're more obsessed with having a low body weight. It's not as much with fixation on food. It is fixation on food, but it's fixation on food because of your body. But in orthorexia, you have a fixation on food and not as much your body. Recovery. It's hard. It is probably the hardest thing that a lot of people have to deal with. Can't really compare it to any other hard thing because it's different. I guess the only thing I could compare it to is childbirth, but I haven't experienced that, so I don't really know what that's like. I do know that it's painful. I don't know how painful because I have not given birth. It's hard, mentally and physically. You see the weight coming back on and you see your stomach, becoming an actual tummy again, rather than just flat, and it's hard. It's really, I never was focused on my body and my weight. It was mostly about the food, but I always declined eating at other people's houses because I knew there'd be food there and I didn't know what food it was there, and I didn't know if I'd be okay with that food. And I am sad that this happened to me, and it's sad, but it's something that I went through and it made me a stronger person, and I'm proud that I made it out. But the beginning of recovery is really hard. You have made the decision to recover, to take charge of what you've been doing to yourself, and that is a super difficult decision. Props to you if you made that decision. If you haven't made that decision yet, I highly recommend it. Just thinking about it from a logistical standpoint and just realizing that what you're thinking in the midst of an eating disorder is wrong, and it's irrational, and it's not right, and it's not healthy. Sometimes you know it, sometimes you really just try and take, you don't really like thinking about that, but it's bad, okay? Trust me, it is, okay? And just further on you get in recovery, it does get easier, but you have those random days that are super, super hard. Normally it's around your period because you've gotten it back and your emotions and your hormones just flood. That is hard, okay? You question everything. You say, why am I recovering? Why did I start recovering in the first place? You do lose sight, after a while, because you no longer have that beginning drive to recover, and it's hard. I just said that. I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry. You want to do more. You are eating more because you know you need to gain weight. But when you eat more, you want to do more exercise, and that's just not good. In the middle of your recovery, you should not be doing any exercise. And for those of you who do, if it is a sport that you love, then take into careful consideration that means you need to be eating more than a normal recovery. And a lot of people don't, and it makes them happy because they know that they won't be gaining weight because of their sport. You have voices in your head that tell you things that aren't true. at all. If you take away from this video is those voices are wrong. They are wrong. They're 100% wrong. Those voices want you to fail. Those voices want you to choose starving yourself and choose exercising more so that those voices can take your life. So that I believe, me personally, that those voices are demons. Those are your own personal demons that you have to battle, and you have to ignore them, and you have to say, I don't believe you. You have to say, get out of my head. And you say, go to hell, right back where you came. Okay. Those voices want you to fail. Those voices are your enemies, okay? They don't have in mind what's best for you. They don't. And sometimes you and the voices become one because you collaborate with those voices. It's basically somebody saying, will you rob a bank with me? We'll get some money out of it. And you say, sure, why not? Then you get caught and you go to jail. But those voices are laughing at you every time you listen to them, and it's sad. It's like a mean person saying, you should come and sit and eat lunch with me today, and then embarrass you when everybody laughs at you. That's what the voices are doing. And you may, if you do understand and you've had an eating disorder, you know what those voices are. You think it's your own mind, but it's really not. It's not. If you haven't had an eating disorder, it's that for a person struggling with an eating disorder, that voice is very loud. For a person who has disordered eating or has a skewed self-image of themselves, it'll be a small, tiny voice. They'll say, don't eat that piece of pizza, you know, it's not healthy for you. Then you'll be like, you know what, screw you, I'm gonna have that piece of pizza. Or, you know what, maybe I won't. And sometimes you listen to it and sometimes you don't. That is called a conscience. People say that, you know, I want to be healthy, or I need to be healthy. Like, it can only go a certain extent. Those voices want you to fail. Those voices want you to die. Those voices become successful when you die. Those voices are pushed further back when you listen to your loved ones and your doctors, when they tell you need to eat more and you need to exercise less. And when you have a mental gain and you say, no, I'm going to eat that. No, I'm going to eat that because I want to, because it's delicious. You just won. You just had a win. And that is so good, and I'm so proud of you if you've had a win recently, or even if you've had a win ever. Those wins are so nice and they make you so happy, and if only for a moment, and it wears off and then you feel guilty, you know, that happens sometimes, and it's a part of recovery. But if when you say, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to eat this even though it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, and you feel so proud of yourself, that is probably the best feeling in the entire world. At least right now. I mean, when I have a kid, I'll be like, having a kid is the best feeling in the entire world. But yeah, I really just wanted to do that. It's actually like 2:43 right now. I left school early because I'm having like the worst cramps of my life and I feel nauseous. But I really wanted to just get that out there. If you're struggling, or you know a loved one that is struggling, please get help. Please get help. Okay? Please. Please, please. Get help. Okay? Go to nationaleatingdisorders.org. Get screened if you're not sure. If you don't want to tell somebody, I'm always here for you. I have an Instagram at elegantlyfitmaya. If you don't want to post a public comment, I don't have this whole YouTube thing worked out, so if you can send me a private message, that's fine. But at elegantlyfitmaya, if you want to DM me, I will give you a pep talk. I will not hesitate to give you a pep talk. And I will be there right alongside your recovery, and I will be so proud of you every step of the way. Thank you for listening, I guess. Yeah, okay. Goodbye.